Finally, after 2 hours, I'm done editing. Yo, this is totally a phone and not my camera. What's up?
My man, you heard about the Mandela effect, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's kinda old, but yeah, I know about it.
Yeah, well, I got a new one.
Alright, let me hear it.
Jaden and Will type love? More like entanglement type love?
To be honest, it's not that funny.
The only reason you're not laughing is because none of this is real.
Yeah, good one. I'm not even real. It's all in your head, Arian. Yeah, I didn't really know how to start this video. Hey, it's me, AaronB3, aka Memory24. But before the video officially begins, I need to get some legal issues out of the way. And of course, I'll explain what the Mandela effect is really shortly. But if you already know what the Mandela effect is, then you can skip to this part right here. Now, in terms of legal notices, this video is protected by fair use. I will not be playing the whole movie here. In this video, I'll be mainly giving feedback and criticism towards this movie. I will not be playing the movie in its entirety, only clips and segments here and there, and for most of which I'll be talking over. If you want to watch the full movie, I will leave a link down below. It's only about $4 to rent, or if you want to buy it, then it's about $8 to $10. Now, if you don't know what the Mandela effect is, to summarize it, a woman in 2009 posted a website in which she claimed remembering Nelson Mandela's death happening in the 1980s, him dying in prison. And along with it, there's a bunch of little cases like Berenstain Bears being spelled Berenstain Bears, Curious George having a tail, which is one I never believed in. And that's all for that. Before we officially begin the video, today's Daily Brisk. Today I got my favorite, watermelon lemonade. Without further ado, let's get right into the movie. The movie starts off with the mouse being tested in a maze, showing it progressively get smarter as it attempts to complete the maze over and over again. We are then introduced to the main character, Brendan. Now, this entire intro is important so that we know that Brandon is not only the main character, but is also a game creator. So he works with code and stuff like that.
We're designed so we use our memory to learn.
We then see the family, Brendan, Claire, and Sam. They have no last name because they're built different. We see them in a beach in Wyoming or some shit because why is this so freaking empty? We get a little montage of Brendan hanging out with his daughter.
Sam, my precious Sam.
Giving little bits of bigger Mandela effect ideas.
Becoming parents gave Claire and I a greater sense of purpose.
He told me enough. I am your father.
Scaredy bear, tease brother.
Until all of a sudden, his daughter dies. She drowns trying to get her Curious George doll. Hey, dude, I know your daughter just died, but why the fuck are you wearing sunglasses indoors and at nighttime? Now, let me just say this. Your wife would understand. Like, you know, that's your daughter. What is she gonna say? LMAO, bruh, you're still crying over our daughter's death? Cringe. Now, this entire death is what sets up the premise of the movie, with this one line.
It doesn't feel real.
As months go by, Claire attempts to clean up Sam's room, which begins to freak Brendan out. As he frantically puts everything back together, he notices the first sighting of the Mandela effect in the movie. Oh yeah, and also, when he's about to go to sleep, his gay brother-in-law sneaks into the house.
Matt, what are you doing? I'm making fucking mac and cheese, and nobody can.
You know, he's important because he was in the intro for like 1 second talking to him after his daughter died. So after Brendan catches Matt in the kitchen, they get some beer, start talking about none other than the Berenstain Bears. No joke, they talk about the Berenstain Bears.
The Berenstain Bears.
Berenstain, S-T-E-I-N.
Yeah, Stein, they were Jewish.
This prompts Brendan to start researching to learn more about the Mandela effect. The next day, he shows it to Matt, and it has literally every big one that you can name. And of course, Matt pulls a classic line of,
Oh, what do you think?
I think I need something to eat.
Now Matt doesn't really believe in the theory. He just thinks of it as false memory.
It's just false memory.
Now a big chunk of this 1 hour and 20-minute movie, which is pretty short for a movie, is just Brendan researching and taking notes about the Mandela effect. Now Brendan continues trying to get Matt to accept the theory, and Matt continuously disagrees. Which then prompts Claire to attempt to figure out why Matt is fixated on this.
Maybe you can fill me in.
I don't want to bother you with it.
You wouldn't be bothering me.
And Matt ends up giving her an existential crisis over Curious George not having a tail in real life.
Where's his tail? I mean, you remember his tail, right? Sam had George with her at the beach that day.
Stop.
But if you look it up...
I don't think that any of this is healthy.
Claire,
Please do not interrupt me. Please. There are things that I still want from life for us.
As Brandon's search history continues to look like a kid trying to hide the fact that he searched up kissing pranks on strangers, he learns about a teacher, Dr. Rowland. Dr. Rowland heavily focuses on life being a simulation and has given classes and lectures on it before. And just like a YouTuber, Brendan slides into those DMs by sending a video message.
Oh, hey. I'm just about to go to bed. Good night, girl. I'll see you tomorrow.
But he gets left undelivered and goes to the school he works at. I'm not trying to use this as an insult, but Dr. Rowland Fuchs is basically a discount Morgan Freeman.
Your ideas. I'm sorry I didn't hear back from you. I found this clip of a seminar that you gave on simulation theory, and I have some questions and ideas too, based on what you were talking about.
I recognize you now.
You do?
I can smell you.
Like at first I thought it was Morgan Freeman. Mandela effect? Now Brendan's attempt was thwarted because Dr. Fuchs was already running late for school. And after a stressful time period with their daughter's death, Claire and Brendan attempt to get intimate again. Until something that honestly kills me happened. Look, I understand what they're trying to do, but the way they executed it is so bad. It just makes it look like he's trying to do the dirty but can't stop thinking about his daughter. Like they could have done it at literally any other time, where he's alone or something, but no. They decide to do it when they're about to have sex. Like, what? Brendan then pulls the peaches and somehow finds Dr. Fuchs' address.
Please stop this madness.
He pulls up to his home and starts talking about the various changes he only began noticing after Sam's death. To which even Dr. Fuchs tells him the same thing Matt said.
Dr. Fuchs, I've been coding since I was 6 years old. If this is a simulation, I mean, if this is code, then I can do something.
I'm sure they are exactly what they appear to be. False memories.
But as time goes by, they start talking more about the theory at school. As Brendan and the doc talk more, they realize they have the same theory. They theorize that they can access the code that runs the simulation and exploit it. Now conveniently, they live in the same area as the world's first quantum computer, and sneakily head over to check it out. And of course, Dr. Fuchs also happens to be one of the people who helped creating it, so he has a key card. Man, what the fuck is that? That baby could probably run Roblox at 100 frames per second. It's like an Omen PC. Then an annoying worker comes into the room all pissed off.
Hi. Have you been drinking?
Oh, listen, man. Doctor...
Am I even talking to you, man?
You go ahead to class. I'll see you there, James.
Come on, bro. He's probably pissed off he could barely make a living when TikTokers out here doing these 3 moves repeatedly and making millions. Hey, no offense to TikTokers, because I'm kind of jealous too. Anyway, they got kicked out. The scene then shifts over to Brendan laying in bed at night. He hears Sam's voice, and when he sees her, he tries to reach out to her, but then she lags midair. Brendan then has some weird fever dream where he's driving through what looks like the set of Tron. In this dream, he also sees the Omen PC before waking up in some random alley next to a homeless dude. He starts freaking out in his car due to a headache. Brendan returns home and starts going through code he wants to use in the quantum computer. That same night, Sam once again is alive and comes into the room. You can see that Claire is interacting with Sam this time, so it's real. He wakes up in an alternative reality. From what I can explain, it looks like the people who control the simulation found out that he's trying to change everything, so they gave him the one thing he wanted back, his daughter. Now everything is normal for a little bit, everyone's happy for the most part, all until Claire wakes up randomly at night with a scare.
What? What are you doing? Claire, where are you going?
Now if you listen closely to her mumbling, you'll realize that she's starting to believe in the whole theory as well.
Claire, where are you going? Sweetie, come back to bed.
I can't.
You're fine. You're fine.
Next few scenes, he starts being forgetful and really out of touch with the world.
You okay?
Which then leads to this part of the movie that honestly caught me off guard. It actually gave me chills. Watching it, it was really well made. Now due to legal issues, I will be cutting it down a little bit, but just watch.
Alright, what color should I paint this thing?
Orange.
Orange.
Orange doesn't go with anything in the living room. We should paint it brown.
The boss already decided we gotta paint it orange.
Paint it fucking brown, Brendan.
My damn, Claire, chill the fuck out. It's just a color. This is the scene where Claire and Brandon finally switch roles, and the crack itself shows that reality is starting to break.
She shouldn't be here.
Babe. Claire.
She shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be here!
Claire, you're okay.
Let's get you back to bed, okay?
The "she shouldn't be here" part still creeps me out as I'm recording this. Brendan goes over to the doc's home, and to his surprise, his wife is the one that's there instead of him.
Yes, can I help you?
Now, I didn't mention this earlier because I missed it my first time watching this as well, but the only showcasing of his wife is earlier in the movie as a picture present just for a few seconds. And it turns out the doc is actually dead in this reality.
I guess what I meant to ask you was, how did he die?
He hung himself.
And learning about this causes another crack in his cup. Brendan quickly leaves home to get all the code he formed on his PC and leaves a message to his family and friends just in case he randomly disappears, and heads over to the Quantum PC. He gets caught by that piece of shit earlier and puts him in his place.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Are you allowed to be here?
Yeah, of course.
I'm calling security.
No.
Yes.
Hey, get up! Yo, holy shit! He dead!
No question about it, that dude's dead. After doing that, he goes inside, transfers the coding into the PC, executes it, and then dips. As he returns home, it really makes you think, how is E able to do all of this when the doc, someone who's definitely a lot smarter than him, was trying to do it for years of his time? Like, there's no way he...
You'll be alright.
Close my eyes and all I could see, I was watching myself. I could see that I was in the kitchen with my eyes closed.
Now, as Brendan returns home, he continues to experience glitches with his wife and kid. And after all of this, the most cliche, predictable ending comes through with some YouTuber level editing. In a reset in which Brendan is the only one that has knowledge. And of course, because Brendan is the only one with knowledge, he tells Sam,
Sam? Leave George with us.
at the end of the day, greatest movie I ever watched. 100 out of 10 would want to see that professor get killed again. With that being said, if you're new to this channel, feel free to subscribe. If you liked this video, feel free to give it a like. And if you didn't, feel free to give it a dislike. Comment down below what you think I could do better next time. And as always, stay safe, take care of yourselves. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday. And remember, dank memes forever.